Now, breaking news from NBC4.
A Columbus police officer is in the hospital tonight following a car chase and shootout involving robbery suspects and responding officers. It all played out on the interstate this afternoon. Police tell us one of the suspects is dead and they are searching for two others at this hour. Coming up at 7:15. The Columbus Division of Police is expected to give an update from Cooper Stadium, the old Cooper Stadium on the west side of Columbus. We will bring it to you as soon as it begins. And so tonight we have team coverage for you.
NBC4's Isabel Cleary is at Grant Medical Center, where we just heard from police. We got some new information, and NBC4's Caleb Michaels is near the old Cooper Stadium. That's on the west side of Columbus. So Caleb, what does it look like there? Because there was a lot of action there this afternoon, right?
Yeah, Colleen, there has been a lot of action here. Things seem calm right now, but that's because officers have been actively working through this area. They've been conducting their searches. SWAT just got here a few minutes ago. I don't want to step out of the frame here and show you. This is old Cooper Stadium where we're expecting that briefing. Officers have been working through this area. This is West Mound Street, just on the side of I-70 where that incident and that shooting is said to have taken place. It's about a half-mile stretch of West Mound Street completely shut off. Traffic has been diverted all the way down. Again, officers have been working through this area. I spoke with Lieutenant Brian Smith of Whitehall Police earlier today, and here is what he told me.
We do have reason to believe, just due to the violent nature of the crimes that took place today, that they are armed.
Okay. And as far as the community goes, just telling people, hey, you know, keep a lookout.
The best thing that they could do is if they see something suspicious, contact Columbus Police.
As Carrie mentioned, they are still searching for those two suspects. We will be here waiting for that briefing at 7:15. And of course, we'll continue to bring you the latest, and we will be live streaming that. So be sure to stay with us. Local for you in Columbus, I'm Caleb Michael, NBC4.
Again, this all started around 2 this afternoon with the report of an armed robbery at this Porsche car dealership in Whitehall. That dealership sits on the 400 block of North Hamilton Road. CPD says the suspects demanded keys to a car, which they got, and drove to a Fifth Third Bank on Hilliard Rome Road. There was a chase and that shootout we mentioned in which an officer was injured. Now that officer is being treated at Grant Medical Center tonight. And that's where Isabel Cleary is joining us. And Isabel, you have an update, I understand, on the condition of that officer.
Yeah, that's right, Colleen. I just spoke with Columbus Police, and they say that when the officer was brought to Grant Medical Center, he was in critical condition. He was brought right into surgery, and as of 6:40, he is in stable condition, but the officer I spoke with said that could change and that everybody is sending their prayers right now. You can see, if I step out of the frame, that there is Columbus police officers all over the place here, and they said that they are keeping this officer in their prayers. He was shot in the leg, and the officer I spoke with said it was serious. And Sergeant Albert with the division also has a message for anyone who may have been involved in this crime.
We encourage anyone who was involved in this incident. It is never too late to turn yourself in peacefully. We want anybody who's involved, whether you had some driving the car or whatever, you have time to turn yourself in peacefully. You can do that by calling 911. You can do that by showing up at our headquarters and turning yourself in. That's all we want to this, is a peaceful resolution.
Now we are here at Grant Medical, where that one officer is still in surgery, and police are searching for two suspects involved in this series of crimes, and they should have an update shortly, and we will of course keep you updated on air and online. Carrie, Colleen.
Isabel, thanks. Remember, NBC4 is going to keep you updated with the latest out of this situation. Stay with us on air and online at NBC4i.com for updates for this breaking story. A news conference, it is expected to start in just about 12 minutes. We will bring that to you here on NBC4 at 7 and on our website. In the wake of the United States Supreme Court's refusal to hear an appeal from the Ohio State University, survivors of sexual assault at the hands of OSU Dr. Richard Strauss finally got their first day in court. I was in the courtroom today. There were more than 300 plaintiffs remaining, and attorneys for Ohio State University have still never filed a single response to any of the cases filed against them. U.S. District Court Judge Michael Watson asked attorneys on both sides to try to figure out exactly how many cases are still active, how many plaintiffs still have claims that the university will have to defend, how many cases have been dismissed, and how many of the cases might be consolidated.
In just 1 week, attorneys have to respond to his demands that they help him cut through all the confusion about the number of pending claims. They must present a list of each active plaintiff and describe the claims they're making. About a half dozen of the survivors of Dr. Strauss were in the courtroom. They say they are happy this matter is progressing, and they finally have hope that they'll get in front of a jury.
When Judge Watson originally ruled on the case, he told us specifically that there's no doubt in the harm that was caused by Strauss. There's no doubt in OSU's role in it. But if we want to have justice, we had to go to lawmakers. And then we found out later, and he didn't even know that when he said it, that House Bill 249 was fake, and then OSU tried to kill the bill. So we didn't really ever have an avenue for justice for that. So our avenue for justice is with Judge Watson. So if he says that he's going to be aggressive, we have to have faith in him right now.
The judge did not set a date for trial, but he did indicate that he's going to be aggressive with the calendar. He said these victims have waited a long time for justice, and he has a responsibility to keep the case moving. Attorneys for OSU declined to answer any of my questions on the case or the Supreme Court's refusal to consider their argument that the survivors of Strauss waited too long to file their claims. I did speak to attorneys for the plaintiffs, Scott Smith, and he tells me he thinks this case could go to trial as soon as 1 year.
Well, the rain, it started pouring in Central Ohio earlier today. It is giving us a break from the heat, and it is ushering in some cooler temperatures.
Storm Team 4 Chief Meteorologist Dave Mazza back with us after a bout with Lyme disease. It's looking good.
Welcome back. I don't want any more rain. Rain will keep those bugs away. But yeah, we're watching for some light rain showers still working through our area this evening. Had a couple of them down to the south in Pike County. Got a few more spotty showers up into Marion County. This is about the biggest one that we've had right now crossing Highway 4 just north of town. And it'll bring a little bit of light rain, at least light rain, so some moderate rain to portions of Marion City itself. And then we've got one little shower along 33 kind of falling apart just outside of Marysville off towards the north and west. So temperature wise, numbers did rebound after the rains earlier, back up to 80 now. We'll see those numbers dropping into the lower 70s ahead of midnight tonight. We'll track a more pleasant day with less humidity for your Friday. Track when more showers, thunderstorms, heat and humidity will return coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, thank you, sir. In just a few days, polls will open for the start of early voting in a single issue August special election. And as NBC4 State House reporter Natalie Fahmy tells us, each side says their campaigns won't stop until the polls close on August 8th.
While both sides say they're confident in their bases, they have different approaches to their campaigns. Starting Tuesday and until August 8th, voters will decide whether it should be more difficult to amend the state's constitution. If the measure passes in August, it will increase the threshold from a simple majority to 60% to pass a proposal, making it more difficult to pass measures like the reproductive freedom proposal that could be on November ballots. And while both sides of the abortion fight have already poured millions of dollars into those campaigns, I asked both the vote yes and vote no side for August how much they're spending. Neither told me how much. Both say they have plenty of resources and are successfully reaching voters across the state.
We have the resources to reach the voters. That's really what matters. We have the resources to reach the voters on air, on the ground, by door knocking. The voters are angry. They're not just interested, they're angry.
This isn't a traditional TV campaign. We have, 40, 60 days when this all first started to get out the vote. This is a grassroots effort. We're in all 88 counties. Our people are motivated all across the state of Ohio, and we're doing that without TV.
Each side of the campaign has more than one group behind them. Vote No says they have 200 different entities, while Vote Yes says they have 4 or 5 big groups, including the NRA, campaigning in Ohio. Local for you at the State House, I'm Natalie Fahmy, NBC4.
The deadline to register to vote in that August special election, it is coming up. It's Monday, July 10th. Use the QR code on your screen or head to NBC4i.com/election to find out how you can make your voice heard. Calling a truce, U.S. Treasury Secretary is in China to mend tensions between our two countries. How she is planning to execute a solution, that's straight ahead.
We continue to follow a shootout that left a suspect dead, an officer injured, and 2 suspects on the run. Take a look at this. You can see this is I-70 near Mound Street, completely closed, no traffic in either direction. Police are continuing to work gathering evidence there, and we will have continuing coverage when we come back.